All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a couple of real people out there, just like you, just like me. Thank you to the patrons. And folks, please subscribe to the channel. I picked up 2 new subscribers overnight. Woohoo. Um, I used to get like 900 new subscribers per month. And now I am like at 300 and change. Something weird is just going on out there, and maybe I just got used to it. I got used to being like sort of ascendant, and now I am not doing so well. So it's just weird. Before I go on, I'm going to be talking about Boston. So hey, here's Tommy DiCarlo. I'm going to say he used to sing for Boston. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he used to sing for Boston. This is Dancing in the Moonlight. Tommy DiCarlo had some really big shoes to fill with Brad Delp. And he did. He did a great job. He's vocally, I mean, you couldn't have found a more accurate replacement for Brad. Now, again, nobody is Brad, just like most singers in these bands. Like, nobody is Steve Perry. You know, you can go down the list of different singers. Nobody is Jimmy Jamison. But man, Tommy just stepped in there and did a great job. His solo material is very good. You should check it out again. Dancing in the Moonlight, Tommy DiCarlo. Now, did Boston retire? Are they done? Was their last tour a farewell tour? You never hear anything in the news about Boston. And this has been the issue with this band since I was a kid. You know, I mean, they had this big gap between albums. There were lawsuits. And then really after Third Stage, they kind of lost their way to some degree. That's why I loved that RTZ album that Brad Delp was a part of. It just, you know, I wanted to hear something that was accessible. The melody, I mean, there are some exceptions on those albums that came later. There's a couple of songs, you know, like Walk On, I'm thinking of. But for the most part, you have all of this time to create music, and you do, and then you put it out there and you're like, oh, I know it's hard to live up to that first album. You know, if the band wanted to go out on tour one more time, just one more time would be awesome, and perform your self-titled debut album, which I think came out in 1976, right? From start to finish, 76 or 77, in that time frame. No rock album, in my estimation, is as good as that one from start to finish. From the modern melodic rock era, you know, you could talk about the Beatles and the Stones and certain groups prior to that, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, but that type of material, which is really the harbinger of what melodic rock would become, that Boston album, the guitar sound, the vocals, the production value, the quality of material, the listenability, the singing aspect of it. These are songs that you can sing in the car. I can't think of another album as good as Boston's debut album. And the question is, why do you sit on a brand like this and not go out there? Basically, Boston is on a shelf somewhere. Hey, there's Boston. Look, it's not being used. And either that, or maybe let someone else take the reins of it. It's hard to have Boston without Tom Scholz. I get it. I totally understand it. But it would be nice if it would, you know, reignite, you know, those engines. You had to cool them down back on Third Stage. And now it would be nice to fire up the old Boston airplane or Starship or whatever it is and get it out there again one more time for the fans. I mean, all of these classic rock bands are beginning to fade away. They're announcing, like Aerosmith, a band from Boston has announced their farewell tour. I think Boston should do the same thing, or at least let us know what's going on. Now, I know there are people that pay attention. They're on websites and they're in chat rooms and they probably know more than I know about this, but it just seems like it's the old Boston thing. They show up for a while and then they go away. And then they don't come back for a very long time. So anyway, folks, Tommy DiCarlo, who is out there, yes, he does perform some Boston material. He also does material from Styx and Journey and his solo material, which is very good because it takes the essence of that great melodic rock era and moves it into the present time. And there's a radio station, by the way, before I wrap up, that does that as well. Modern Retro Radio. You got to check them out. They're online only. Modern Retro Radio. Google, use your search engine, and you will find it. Some great music, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and programmed by people who love music, who aren't focus testing. Actually, they're finding stuff that you would never hear on the radio, and it's refreshing. So again, Modern Retro Radio. It's a programmer's dream. Hopefully you have the attention span to get into it. I know a lot of people today, because of all the focus testing, they need to hear one hit song after another, one song that's been beat into the ground, and then another one that's been beat into the ground. That's not what you'll get over at MRR. So check them out. Again, good people, good music. They're real people playing real music in real time, just like me. All right, I don't play it. I just talk about it. So thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications on new videos. 2 new subscribers last night. Yeah, things are going great, and they're only getting better. I'm trapped in a song from the 80s. It's Timbuk 3 Dave. All right, adios, amigos, or mofos, as Ted Nugent likes to say, and I will see you soon.